Hello and welcome to A Bit Too Much to Think. Today is the fifth episode in a series on sovereign citizens. Now, if you're not familiar with sovereign citizens, they're essentially a group of people that pick and choose which laws to follow and don't really follow ones they don't like. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, that sounds ridiculous, and yes, they very much are. If you're interested, give them a Google search, look them up on YouTube. You'll find plenty of info about sovereign citizens. But this series specifically focuses on essentially what they talk about, and we end up proving them wrong almost every single time. So this one is on requesting a supervisor. Now, we have very frequently seen, and not just in sovereign citizen videos, but in a lot of other videos that are very anti-cop, people saying you just request a supervisor anytime you get pulled over. And I'm here to talk about why that's BS. So, a lot of people, especially sovereign citizens, they see requesting a supervisor as essentially a get-out-of-jail-free card. It's some magic word to them that is a special right that magically gets you out of a ticket. Now, let me play a little thought experiment here and show why that's dumb if you even thought about it a little bit. Okay, so you're a police sergeant or a sheriff, and one of your subordinate officers calls you and says, "Sarge, we need you to come down. You've been requested because I pulled over someone speeding." So you gotta put down your donut and coffee, and you gotta drive 20 minutes to the side of the road in the middle of nowhere, and you come up to your subordinate officer who says, "I pulled them over for speeding, asked for their license and registration, and they asked for you." So what are you gonna do? You're not just gonna say, "Oh, well, they asked for me, they get to go free." No, you're going to ask for their license and registration, you're going to give them a ticket, you're going to tell them to slow down, and you're going to walk away. That's what you're going to do, because you don't know the whole situation that's going on. Why would a superior officer just completely say, "Oh no, you're free to go," or something like that? There's no reason, really, that requesting a supervisor is somehow special. And here's an extremely important thing. Superior officers or supervisors don't have any more legal authority than subordinate officers. They aren't trained in law any more than subordinate officers. Superiors literally just have more time in the uniform, maybe some extra leadership and management training. So I really don't get why people think it's a better solution. But let's go beyond the "it's stupid just to ask for that every single time." Let's ask the question, is it even the law that if you request a supervisor, one has to arrive? The way that sovereign citizens treat it is as if it's a constitutional right. So is it? No! Let's look at the Bill of Rights. It's not there. Oh, wait, no, there it is. Amendment 69. It's right there in the fine print of the Bill of Rights. No, it's not. So why is asking for a supervisor even an option? Well, there's a few places we can see its general purpose. According to findlaw.com, it's a way to confirm that you're actually being pulled over by a real police officer. And honestly, that is a fair use for it because there are a lot of videos on YouTube of people pretending to be police officers. Another way you could use it is the Louisville, Kentucky Police Department has a whole presentation about it, which I found on their website, which states that you can request a supervisor if you feel that the officer's actions are improper. It's not really clear what that means, but the next source actually clears up what the intent is there. According to the Oklahoma Department of Public Safety, you can request a supervisor if you feel your civil rights are being violated, and it's stated specifically on their website. But they follow that with, a supervisor may not always be available. So clearly there's two things that are really important about asking for a supervisor. One, there's no guarantee that you actually get a supervisor, because it's not a right. And also, this is a huge issue in the United States right now, police stations are so abhorrently understaffed that they often can't even spare the manpower. But two, it's only if your civil rights are actually being violated. And I don't mean civil rights like traffic infractions aren't crimes, or I don't have to follow any laws, even though that's how most sovereign citizens interpret it. I mean real civil rights. And that does not happen often that they're violated. Can it happen? Yes, absolutely, it has. I'm not pretending like people's civil rights don't get violated. But it's so rare. And honestly, the sovereign citizens are never the people whose civil rights are violated. So this is a very quick and simple video, but in summary, 1. You do not have a right to a supervisor on scene. It is not a right. There is no law that states that you have to have one if you request one. 2. It is only really relevant if you feel something bad is going on. And 3. They can't really do anything different. They don't have somehow more legal authority. The only thing they have authority over is of you, which is the exact same amount as the subordinate officer, and they actually have some authority over the subordinate officer. That's why they're helpful in case of a violation of rights. So I hope that clears up what it means to to request a supervisor. I hope that clears up that it's not a law and it's not a right, and I hope you learned something. Thank you very much for listening to this quick and easy episode, and have a wonderful day.